Hello, this is Haiku here for some Explorer Pauper. I'm so happy we got a game. The challenge bug has been super annoying, and I'm sorry about not having any uploads for the longest time, but I just got a game. It's been interrupted so many times. I've been trying to record and stuff, and then I've given up and stuff like that. But I've been playing a lot of Mardu and Rakdos with the new Tithing Blade, and it's pretty awesome. All right, against Sigillus, I don't know what he's on. I think I like the combo of keeping Mogis and Tithing Blade. Do I want two synths or just the torch? I think that's enough removal. Yeah. One issue is I actually think I'm gonna be a little bit greedy. Nah, let's just make sure we can remove his stuff. I think one synth will be enough. Okay, mono white. Okay, so I'm glad that I kept the torch. What's the chances that he's going to play a 1 toughness creature? Pretty low. I think I'll just go ahead and torch on turn 2. This indicates that we're going to get beat down pretty hard, yeah. Glad I kept the torch, just so I can have my first game that I was able to finally record, get it working. All right. So, the reason why I did that main phase is because obviously he's probably going to be playing some protection spells for that. Do I just remove, or do I get down Okiba and Thraben? I think I want to get my creatures into play soon. It's weird that he didn't spend his 2 mana. So this is like a mono white enchantment deck. So I think, seeing if he's going to load up the Pious Wayfinder is fine. Although the thing that he's going to probably load it up with is Cartouche, in which case the Tithing Blade is not going to do anything. Maybe I should have just Tithing Blade that turn. Do I want to let him use his trick? Nah, I don't have any clock. I think it's fine. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, so I think this turn I just I'm going to keep Mogis because I only have 1 card in the graveyard. Okay, I think that's fine. It's unfortunate, but I'm glad I didn't walk into that. So, and I'm glad I didn't load up Mogis on top of my creature. So let's see if he double blocks. Okay. So I could just Mogis and then get rid of his Pious Wayfinder. It's an option. Or I could draw right now. I think I'll just take clearing his board as a pretty good. And then next turn I'm set up to Synth. And now I do have the ability to cast Mogis twice, or a second time. Still interested in his deck. I mean, Pious Wayne Defender is a good card, and Hero is a good card, but I don't see how they go together. I guess enchantments. I guess that is kind of obvious. Yeah, sure. I have plenty of white mana, so it's fine. Okay, Dawnbringer Cleric. It's not relevant right now. Although I could play it. Yeah. I don't think there's a rush, and then I'll be able to brick this turn. Okay, so what trick could he have? I don't want to run into it, even though getting it out now before he has other creatures is pretty good. Okay, this is pretty good. Do I want more cards? I think I just want more cards. Board's pretty clogged right now. I think this Dawnbringer Cleric is just going to gain me some life. I don't think any exile is that relevant. I don't think destroying his stuff is good for me. I think it's actively good for him, so let's just hold off. Maybe last turn was the turn to block the hero to try to bait out. Let's see. I don't know, like, he's got to have something. I just do this, just see what he's got. Okay, nothing. And nothing worth where he would blow me out by casting stuff. Alright, let's start by doing this first. I could flip the Tithing Blade this turn. I kind of like that. Or I could put Mogis' Favor on my eye, or I could crack Synth. Actually, cracking Synth seems like the best option. So, black, white, red. That's fine. Okay, just pick up the Tithing Blade. Alright. My deck's basically doing this thing, and he hasn't really presented a convincing clock that I have to like really get poor blocks on. So I think I'll just take the trade again where I swap my Aviary Mechanic for his token and just let the hero ping me in. Okay, so now he's going to go for it. Okay. Alright. Lux. Okay, lifelink indestructible. Okay, so he's probably on another one of those. Alright. So then flipping Tithing Blade. It's pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna crack Hopeless Nightmare rather than flip Tithing Blade. Do I take the chumps? I think so. I've gone through 2 Aviary Mechanics, so finding the third is less likely. I guess it's possible. Maybe I shouldn't have jumped there. Yeah, that was probably a bad chump. Punished. I guess I should have chumped with my Aviary Mechanic rather than anything else. So now I can chump with the Aviary Mechanic. Yeah. So I think now I start... why doesn't this make it bigger? So, chump with the Aviary Mechanic, then I Omen of the Dead it, and then I Omen of the Dead my Dawnbringer Cleric. So, I do a quick chain, and then Dawnbringer Cleric, get rid of his ethereal armor. I think that's the only thing I'm concerned with. Yeah, this is fine. So, although another first strike is a little annoying. All right, I think showing him my loop will draw out the concession. Oh, and that's good. Okay. So do I blow up his blocker and be able to get in? Or I could just keep the infinite chumps going. Against the first striker. Yeah, I think just doing the infinite chump block plan is pretty good. So torch that. I guess I could have torched the hero. I didn't really think that through very well. So now I'm keeping back the hero, and then I just have to spend 1 chump blocker each turn blocking his guy. Yeah, game over. Ooh. 2 life. Might give him enough time to find an answer. Actually, I don't think so, since he did attack. And now I can just delete his ethereal armor. And attack in with everything. I think this is the most oppressive combo. It's just a super annoying endgame to deal with. Yeah, I think I just go ahead and go all in. I'm kind of bored. This is probably not ideal play. Ideal play would be make him break up the combo instead of breaking it up myself. But, yeah. Okay, so mono white enchantments. So Destroy Evil, gonna be pretty good. Dawnbringer Cleric. Mogis' Favor to clean up, I think is kind of okay. And the rest, you know, Voltage Surge is kind of reasonable, but it's a little bit risky. Because his creature can outgrow it. Speaking of which, let's get rid of this one. These. Let's see. Alright, so in that case, I think Voltage Surge is probably the best card since it'll be the most consistent at killing his stuff. Any other bad cards? No, I think that's fine. Alright, so just hoping to stay ahead of him so he can't get a big board that that I can't deal with fast enough. But I have enough chump blockers to buy time most of the time that I find it very, very hard for him to present a large enough board that I can eventually get to a removal. The scariest card is Ethereal Armor. I guess if he somehow has flyers in his deck, but I think he's more ground-based. Let's see. So one removal, a little bit unreliable, but I'm going to have a token to sack, so I think it's going to be okay if I really needed a 4 damage removal. Yeah, this card is okay, but it's not that scary, because if he's spending mana to make it big, then he's not growing his board. Ooh, my Kingdom for a... I think that will just shut down the beats. So next turn, Hopeless Nightmare plus Voltage Surge on whichever one he grows. Oh man, I forgot what instant speed stuff he has. But let's go ahead and get rid of that trick. Now I spent his mana. Let's see, do I want to use the white mana this turn? I don't think so. So you bye-bye. Submit 0. I guess I should have Hopeless Nightmared him first so he didn't know that I was going to kill his creature. And be tapped out. Although I think no matter what he was going to discard that. Alright, so I'll probably make him hellbent next turn by bouncing. Yeah, now that he drew another card, maybe not. Maybe I just Reckless Impulse. Let's see, bounce that. I waste 1 mana. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay. Should I use the Tithing Blade right now? I think it's fine. I'm just going to be drawing for the next few turns, hopefully hitting more resolves off of this resolve. He's tapped out of having his Omen, so I think all of that is a good reason to go that turn. Now I can mechanic back another Cleric. Okay, I can mechanic back the Tithing Blade, I think. I have enough card draw now. Still a little bit cold if he throws down an Omen. It's going to take me a lot of Tithing Blades to grind through that. No. Yeah, this does not bode well for him. Okay, you. I guess let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and start by Hopeless Nightmaring him, see if he throws anything into the yard. Yep. So let's just go ahead and gain 2 life. Unfortunate, you know, the way that impulsing works, that's the one sacrifice is you can't time when you want to use these kind of specialized cards, but it's fine. Now I can wipe out his little 1/1 for free. Nice. But it's still going to be a little bit greedy. Not greedy, but just try to use my mana a little bit more efficiently. Ooh, let's see. I do have something. Nice. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to. Destroy target enchantment. Bye-bye. See if he has the indestructible spell. Yep. Gotta grind through that sometime. So, I like that I got through it right now on my turn rather than on his attacks. Okay. So now I don't have any creature for Tithing Blade, or I guess I can just use my mechanic that's in play. It's a little bit scary. We start here. I should have drawn first. I'm going to draw this turn anyways. Just endless value. Alright, so this is the turn where he might go for an ethereal armor. On that one, interesting. I don't think that was really where I wanted to go. I mean, neither is. I guess the companion's enchantment. He doesn't know how many more I don't have any more clerics in my deck, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just about to ruin his day. I guess we'll go ahead and draw first. It's just too much draw. Forgetting. Okay. Did I resolve this turn? Can still play everything. Yeah. Is Tithing Blade to shrink his Wayfinder, or do I just double Reckoner Raid right now? I think I go ahead and Reckoner Raid. Okay, and then another red, black. All right, Chumpies this turn. And then it's gonna have a 2/4 beating down. So if I get an Aviary Mechanic, Aviary Mechanic bounce this Aviary Mechanic, then bounce Tithing Blade most likely. I guess the other thing I can do is bounce my Omen and then just have the infinite jump blocks. Does this give flying? Yeah, it does have a flying creature though. Shit. So he might have enough. Okay, so I'm gonna definitely like quad block the companion. He didn't attack with it. All right. Let's see. Other thing I could do is jump block with the Dawnbringer Cleric and have that in the yard. Having that in the yard is pretty reasonable, I think. Okay. So now I have infinite jump blocks, and he has beating down for 3 in the air. It's a little bit scary. Okay. So I think I just go ahead and do this and see what he gets rid of. Yeah. Okay. So now this will be the test. If he gets rid of the Pious Wayfinder. Okay, he gets rid of his flyer. Yes, that's perfect. Okay, so now he's going to be pretty sad. So this mechanic. And then play this. No attacks. So now I can kill his fire anytime that I need to. Yep. Does not have a good enough clock. So this was a good showcase that I finally got this game. It was great that I finally got the game of the power of the loop now, the options given by having Edict on tap that you can bounce, and then also representing like a late game clock where you saw that in game 1 where it just forced the opponent into an unwinnable situation where I was chump blocking every single turn and peeing for 1 every turn. Yep. So I think the deck is really good right now, but potentially broken. Although I think the Omen with the mechanic is the broken part of the deck. I don't know. Maybe the Tithing Blade is the issue, but anyway, all the cards are pretty good. Hopefully, you enjoyed finally getting out a game. Actually, yeah, it looks like we're going to try to get for another one. So, see you for that one.